More and more people today are grappling with depression, experiencing it in varying degrees. For some, it's intense and overwhelming, while for others it comes in waves, more manageable at times but still ever present. Many have found some relief through new perspectives and practices, but even with this, a common struggle remains: the ability to truly feel. The excitement and joy once felt for certain things can seem to fade, and things that used to bring joy no longer have the same impact. Even spending time with loved ones or engaging in activities that once brought happiness can feel hollow. What's striking is that while positive emotions may fade quickly, negative emotions like sadness, suffering, and despair can linger. Over time, it can even become tempting to hold on to these feelings, as they are the only ones that still feel real. And it raises the question, how does one let go of suffering when it feels like suffering is the only thing left to hold on to? Being fully present entails paying attention to both your immediate physical environment and your inner emotional landscape. Consider the possibility that at any given instant, you might become conscious of a feeling, be it joy, anxiety, or despair. However, you should also pay attention to the world around you. Included in the present moment as well are external stimuli, such as the sun's warmth, the rustle of leaves, and the melodic songs of birds. To be truly present, one must pay attention to both internal and external stimuli. Now, consider this. What thoughts come to mind when you're experiencing an intense emotion, like grief or frustration? Are there certain ideas that come to mind that amplify the emotion? Do you ever have ideas that make you feel like you don't matter, or that life isn't worth living when you're feeling down? These ideas have the potential to be harmful because they add fuel to the fire of your negative feelings. It's crucial to pay attention to your thoughts and feelings simultaneously. You can't be fully present until you pay attention to your feelings and the thoughts that go along with them. Keep an eye on this. Unconscious thought processes engulf many of us, exacerbating our emotional pain. Thoughts and emotions go hand in hand, and it's not uncommon for dwelling on negative feelings to intensify the pain you're already experiencing. It's critical to be aware of these ideas and determine if they are adding to the emotional suffering. Realizing that your ideas contribute to your pain is the first step in letting go of them. When we're in pain, it could be overwhelming at times. In a way, it seems to define who we are. That, however, is not true. Feelings of anguish do not define you. This is only a one-time occurrence. It might be freeing to realize this is different. Being self-aware allows you to choose not to give in to negative feelings and thoughts. One strategy for doing so is to direct your awareness on the physical environment and the senses. You can minimize the strength of your emotions by focusing on the current moment through your senses and taking your attention away from your thoughts. Your feelings are still there, but you're grounding yourself by adding a layer of presence. Just look around you for a second. Look up at the clouds, the trees, or whatever else you can see. You should not give them names or give them too much thought. Feel them to the fullest. One way to bring oneself into the here and now is to train one's sense of perception, such as looking at a tree or listening to the wind. The pain you're experiencing is limited to your physical form, so you train yourself to focus on the environment around you. Beyond that, there is complete tranquility for all things. In the realm where your thoughts and feelings intertwine, there is an absence of pain compared to the outside world. This insight, this understanding that your mental state is the source of your suffering, has the power to alter your trajectory. The fact that the flower, the sky, and the table are not in pain is a little unusual when you really consider it. They were just there. The only way to let the agony consume us is to identify with our ideas and feelings. You start to detach from the emotional experience once you recognize this. You should not attribute your pain to external factors. You feel that way because of your inner turmoil and the way you perceive the world. You can start to escape the vicious cycle of negative thoughts and emotional pain by shifting your attention to the outside world, particularly nature. When we give ourselves permission to be fully present in nature, it has a profound calming impact and can even help us recover from illness. You can always find nature, whether you're in the middle of a forest, a park, or even in the middle of a metropolis filled with buildings. A return to a state of calm may be as simple as looking up at the sky, a forest, or even just a few patches of vegetation. The moment you start to concentrate on things outside of yourself, you begin to detach yourself from the internal conflicts. Even if your pain doesn't instantly go away, just being in nature might help ease some of the intensity of your emotions. As time goes on, this can bring about a subtle shift where you no longer let the pain dictate your actions. Is there a correlation between your thoughts and the pain you experienced, looking back? In addition to the physical discomfort, what thoughts are accompanying it? Such ideas could be recurrent ones, such as, "I'm not good enough," or "life is pointless." These kinds of ideas tend to fester within us, and they have the power to make us blind to reality. They contribute to the narrative we tell ourselves about our identity and become an integral component of it. The reality, though, is that these ideas do not represent you. Those are only ideas. You can start to liberate yourself from them by simply watching them without passing judgment. Observe any recurring ideas that come to mind, paying careful attention to ones that appear to be connected to your feelings. If necessary, jot them down. These ideas, if allowed to fester, might form the basis of a delusion of the unhappy self. But the moment you realize they exist, you start to distance yourself from them. Doing this is the initial stage on the road to recovery and liberation from pain. The burdensome emotions and ideas that make up our pain body thrive on our subconscious thoughts and feelings. Its survival mechanism is an obsession with negativity, emotional anarchy, and drama. However, feeding it is not necessary. Refraining from thinking negatively is a choice you have. Staying in the here and now, avoiding unnecessary stress, and letting go of your unconscious thoughts are all choices you have. On the other hand, you can bring consciousness to the suffering, which will help you let it go more and more over time. You should not resist the pain body. It starts to lose its potency when we give ourselves permission to be in the here and now, to see it without passing judgment. Instead of becoming a negative force, the energy that has been stored in the body as pain can be channeled into the power of present. The energy that used to fuel our pain may be transformed into something that helps us grow and be present in the here and now. This is a profound reality. Therefore, you are in control of your thoughts and can choose to focus on the here and now rather than the pain body, even if it remains in you. Furthermore, this change is really significant. You are more powerful than any mental or emotional anguish because you are conscious. When you cut off the energy source of suffering, you free up the power of presence, which can lead to a life of more serenity, self-awareness, and interpersonal connection. The good news is that you already possess the power to break free from your pain and create space in your life for a more genuine and profound presence. I want you to join me on this quest for enlightenment as we explore the mysteries of the natural world, which transcend far beyond our wildest dreams. Therefore, I subscribe to this channel to join our community of like-minded people in their quest to self-discovery. Comment the word "now" when you find this message meaningful and give the video a like. Lastly, it would be a small gesture to share this video with someone that could use some uplifting words. Thanks. We'll see each other in tomorrow's video.